Keir Starmer is in utter panic as he has been delivered worse than ever news today, and it gets even worse. Yes, he left the keys to David Lammy for a couple of days and somehow, believe it or not, the UK got even worse with David Lammy in charge. It's been a very, very chaotic day. We said Lamb's probably, I'll put it up, they're probably one of the worst performances in Prime Minister's questions. Again, he's been accused for all sorts of things. But now there's been yet another revelation breaking as we're recording this video. That makes things a whole lot worse. Earlier on today, we said that a second migrant prisoner had been accidentally released. Well, it turns out there's a third prisoner that has been mistakenly released. Let's get into this video. Let's go through all of the reaction. It's explosive. But one thing is for certain, Star is in utter panic. As always, guys, please do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. So, as stated, ladies and gentlemen, it gets worse. Earlier on today, we said that the police had launched a manhunt for an Algerian guy that was mistakenly released. Well, breaking news now. Police launched second manhunt after convicted fraudster accidentally released on the same day as he was sentenced. Police have launched a second major manhunt after a convicted fraudster was accidentally released from HMP Swarth. Confirmation from Surrey police comes shortly after Algerian sex offender Brahim Kader Sheriff was named as the first convict accidentally released. Ethiopian national Kabadu was also mistakenly released from HMP Charlesford, prompting a two-day manhunt from 3 major police forces. The convicted fraudster, identified by Surrey police as 35-year-old William Smith, was mistakenly released from British 5th largest prison on November 3rd. Smith, who also goes by the nickname Billy, was mistakenly released shortly after he was handed a 45-month prison sentence. The 35-year-old was sentenced for multiple fraud offenses at Cuden Crown Court on Monday, appearing from HMP Swarth by video link. Surrey police described Smith as white, bold, and clean-shaven. Smith was last seen wearing a navy long-sleeve jumper with a Knight brand tick across the front and white, navy blue tracksuit bottoms with a Knight tick in white on the left pocket and black trainers. The force also revealed Smith has links with Woking but stressed he could be anywhere in the wider Surrey area. This is insane. This guy, he just got sentenced. He got sentenced to 45 months and then was released shortly after. How this is a massive up from the Labour government, Karma included, David Lammy mostly, because he's come speaking over the last week and flexing at how much he's done to reform the prison system now, and said that he's put massive implementations and checks in place so it doesn't happen again. And now we're seeing not a second one, but a third one mistakenly released. And it's safe to say, well, it's not going down well at all. Robert Genrick, the Shadow Justice Secretary, has accused David Lammy, though, of covering up the accidental release of the Algerian sex attacker from HMP Swarth. Mr. Genrick penned a letter to the Justice Secretary demanding answers to 7 key questions. He also said, under the Ministerial Code, you have the duty to Parliament to account for the actions of your department and agencies with candor and openness. Will you now return to Parliament this afternoon to provide a full account of what happened? Mr. Lamby believed it would have been irresponsible to talk about the mistake release of a second foreign prisoner while details were still emerging. The Ministry of Justice said to GB News that the Deputy Prime Minister and Justice Secretary found out about the error at HMP Swarth overnight. However, he declined to answer repeated questions at PMQs about whether any further migrants were released mistakenly, because information was still emerging about the complicated case involving multiple agencies. Sources said both the Tories and the Lib Dems have demanded David Lamby return to the Commons this afternoon to address the ongoing situation. Tory leader Benito's spokesperson told reporters, I think he should issue a statement as soon as possible. He added, I think given that he had 5 opportunities to tell the House and the public what the hell was going on and duck those opportunities, he needs to come back to the House as soon as possible. And as stated, much of the reaction on this is here, and Lee Anderson is going into this as well. Have a watch. You are not shocked, are we, Martin? Again, another sex monster prowling our streets released early. They keep saying by accident. It's incompetence. I mean, what are they doing with these prisoners? Martin, they given them a set of keys. They're just walking out the jail. Back in the day you used to dig a tunnel to get out of prison or try and break out. Nowadays it appears you just walk up to reception or prison guard, and then you're on your bike, you're gone. It's in like all just said we turn into a country, now it's not safe to walk our streets, and this country should never be like that. But when you see the incompetence not just in the prison service, but at the level in government as well. We saw David Lammy today at the dispatch box. He was asked 6 times by a James Cartridge, "Has anybody been released by accident over the past week or so?" He refused to answer. Now, I thought James was a little bit weak at PMQs. The first question was great. The second question, he should have knocked him out with the second question and said, "Are you aware there is a prisoner now on the loose?" Then he's got him, and then he's got to start answering questions. He squirmed, did Lammy, but he got off the hook. And the only thing that James did right at the end of PMQs is raise a point of order. He read off his phone, I think it was a Telegraph article or Sky News that actually we had got this sex monster on the loose somewhere in London. Lee, in the time it took you to walk over here, we've heard more information that as we had confirmation, the Times are reporting this, and we've had it confirmed by Catherine Forser, our political correspondent, that David Lamb not only knew about this before PMQs, he had a pre-prepared statement ready to go. He chose not to put that out. But you're exactly right. If he'd been asked the correct question, yes or no, has a second SE foreign national been released from prison, he would have had to have said yes. Otherwise, he'd been lying under parliamentary oath. Right. Yeah. It's incredibly weak from the tourist front bench today. They could have nailed him on the second question. And all James did was keep asking the same question. We're sat there on the back benches actually pulling our hair out saying, why does he keep asking the same question? What does he know? Has it happened? And yes, he knew it had happened. Lammy knew it had happened. So on the second question, he should have gone for the throw. And you know what? Lammy would have been embarrassed. And like you say, he would have had to either admit it or deny it. And if he denied it, then he's lying in Parliament. So there you go. So that was with regard to that second one. But as we know now, a third one, ladies and gentlemen. The picture of the we've got a mug shot. I've been saying for the whole show,